is 100% free for you.
That's
Like,
nice.
if you
Glorious.
need anything, basically just tell them. They will do their best to accommodate you.
As Stolgeg's like in the kitchen gathering his pies, he sees me just walk up to the shelf with all the wine, grab my bag, and just like roll them into my bag, put my backpack on, and just walk out.
You hear a bunch of shattering of earthenware, and wine starts seeping through your backpack as the bottles break, and you make a big mess of everything.
Alright, before I even get to the door, I'm gonna put my backpack down and then just start like squeezing it into some of the bottles that aren't broken.
The chef and like the three kitchen helpers just sort of quietly watch you. They've stopped doing what they were doing, and they're just standing there, just watching you.
I'm gonna look up at them.
Very fascinated.
Like, well, come on now. Don't sit there staring. Give a man a hand.
You humans are so strange sometimes.
Are you blind? I would hope not. You're working in the kitchen. Do I look human to you?
Elf, human. You're all smooth skins.
I'm gonna look into the main chef and
Winks
just
at
be
you.
like, where did you get this one?
The chef laughs and he says, "It's my son. Why?"
He's a buffoon.
Yes. I know. But he's a great chef.
Well, good, because this guy over here, and I point to Stolking, stocking up pies, likes a lot of your pies.
Yeah, the son actually looks really proud because he was the one that made the pies, and you can see him like running around and basically asking, Stolgig what else he would like, and just starts preparing more pies. He's like super excited.
And then I'm gonna grab my bag and like, well, aside from me making a stupid mess of myself, where's more wine as I lean in?
The chef just points to a door and you open it, and there's just like multiple kegs of wine.
Glorious. I'm gonna throw the bag on the floor, walk in, and just grab the keg and put it on my shoulder. Just start walking out. I'll see you in the morn.
He holds the door open for you. Shakes. Alright, Stolgig is getting pies. What is Boris doing?
I was gonna
Brewing
say,
more awful beer?
I thought about that first, because I still have some mushrooms. For some reason. And, no, actually, I was gonna just drink ale.
Alright.
Because I'm a priest of duty for now, and it's free.
True.
So,
True.
yeah,
It is free and you are off duty. That is true.
I'll just grab a couple of bottles and head to my sleeping quarters.
No problem. On
I
your
forget.
way past. Yeah?
Oh, sorry. Are we all in the same sleeping quarters?
Yes, because they just don't have that many rooms.
Oh no.
Glorious. Whoever's in the room,
Yeah.
I'm going to pour them a beer.
I'll have made my way to the infirmary
Alright.
and found Elmo, and I'll just stay with him during the night until the inevitable.
Alright. You sit there with him and you hear like his breathing starting to slow down, and suddenly the entire place has sort of calmed down. It's relatively quiet, and suddenly the door just gets smashed open as if someone had like kicked it open angrily, and you see the head shaman walk in, and he looks grumpy as always. But
Damn it, I wish I was
there. He is carrying a scroll case, and he looks at you, and he says, "Don't tell anyone I gave you this," and he just chucks it to you, and then turns around and leaves.
I have a look at this scroll.
It is, in fact, a scroll of greater restoration.
Ah.
Hmm.
Can I use that? I forget how the
Yes.
scroll. Is there any
You
like
can
spell
use
check or
it.
anything?
There is a spell check, DC. Yes.
Save it for
As long as
later.
it's in your spell list, right?
Sell
As
it.
long as it's in your spell
Yeah.
list, you can attempt to use it.
Okay. What's the DC on that? I forget.
Let me check. I can tell you in a second because I need to check what bloody level greater restoration is.
The wisdom check, right?
It's in his case a charisma check
Ah, okay.
because
What's
he'd be
your,
a paladin.
Yeah.
4+.
4.
Wisdom?
Yours is 4 plus. What's mine at? I think mine's the same. Yeah, I've got 18 charisma, so +4 on mine as well.
5th level.
Gonna do a couple of test rolls. Okay, 17, 21, 19. Next one's gonna be bad.
Next one is gonna be terrible. Where are my quick references? There they are.
Here, have a look. Oh, no, that's
Uh,
actually good.
There you go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, God. Where is it? I'm blind. There it is. It would be a DC 13 charisma check for you.
Oh, okay. That's not impossible, but bad luck happens, so.
He still has the advantage as well from enhanced ability because it lasts an hour.
Oh, okay, cool.
Guidance as well.
There you go.
I'll see what happens, I guess.
He does not have guidance, alright? You can't just be a cleric who just pops up and is like, guidance.
I heard you need some guidance.
Fucking hell.
Fucking Boris.
You're totally gonna end up homebrewing in like the change they did to one D&D for guidance, aren't you? Where it's like a reaction once per day per person.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, I guess I'll
No.
take the gamble with advantage.
Yep, do it.
See what happens.
There
Hey,
you go. No
let's go.
problem.
Which
You start casting, and you can feel both Janice's, magic assisting you. You can also feel as if some cleric from the other room is like trying to push you in the right direction. But mostly you get the feeling like your god is guiding your hand as he helps you read the scroll and cast the spell. And like really faint blue light spreads out all over the body, and the labored breathing starts to become a lot lighter, a lot more regular. His heartbeat becomes more regular, more normal. And he still very much is unconscious, and it will probably take him a while to recover. But from what you can tell, he'll survive. He'll be fine. He'll live.
hooray! My mad
And-
quest to save as many people has succeeded.
And you notice, like, as you're sort of, relieved that he's he's good, you sort of notice the head shaman has been like poking his head in and was basically just watching. And as he sees you look over, he just quickly closes the door.
I give sort of that knowing nod of gratitude to him if he does manage to spot it.
Yeah. And yeah, he will
He's not
survive.
so bad, Janice.
What was that,
You
sorry?
just gotta be polite.
Just don't be an ass towards him and hit him on the head while he's communing with his god, Have you ever thought of that?
Excuse me, I politely engaged with the man before he decided to be a racist, alright? Which I defended my valiant friend.
Alright,
Who I have
Anything
no
else
idea
you
where he
guys-
is.
want to do during the night? Any other things people are up to?
I'm just sitting in my room, just drinking from the keg. I don't know if anyone else is joining me, but after that trek, I'm certainly gonna drink a few before I sleep.
I'm taking long rest.
Good. You'll get to take your long rest. No problems at all.
I can walk on water again.
I'm Jesus again.
Instead of swimming across the ocean on a fucking log, yes.
Why didn't you just walk home, actually?
Next time I'm gonna push the boat, not row it.
Oh, jeez.
25 feet.
Alright.
Everyone click your long rest buttons.
Click your long rest buttons.
Where is that button hiding?
Ian, can you remind me again? The amulet of healing. What does it do with my constitution again?
It sets it to 19.
Ah, it sets it to 9. Okay, alright. Thank you.
No worries
Lots of
at all.
I have no idea how to do HP in here. I'm just gonna remember my max HP properly.
If you, the max HP is the bottom bar under the heart. You put it in there, it'll always remember what your max HP is. And then whenever you click the long rest button, it'll just fill the heart back up to whatever your max is.
Yeah, that's what I did, but it didn't work.
No, you put it in the that's the minus, that's how much minus max HP you have.
Oh, I see. And then there's like a plus?
No, there's the click into the thing that says max HP.
There's
you
nothing.
can-
Like the big symbol in the heart.
No. Look, I'll do it for you.
Call you back in a sec.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think it's at the bottom of the heart.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the heart,
Oh, I see.
on the other side of the minus.
And then the minus is. And then
If you get like health drained or something, like if you get attacked by a wraith, for example, they sometimes do they take off so and so much,
Okay.
like
Then
max
I do
health.
that. Aha! Witchcraft happens and it works.
There you go. Good job.
Excellent. Yay.
Now I can command people. Hey, I can call people, finally. I can save myself from heart attack. Calm emotions.
Alright, yeah, you all had a wonderfully restful night. You get woken up by the fantastic smell of breakfast as you actually get served breakfast in your room.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Luxurious.
I'm already up and I'm already drinking.
Of course. They are rolling in another keg.
Without much wine, I thought he was drinking the whole night.
Well, nobody else is bloody drinking with me. Who's gonna drink all this?
You know, honestly,
Alcohol.
I feel like he's been annoying everyone during the night because he had to go pee constantly with all the liquid he's taking in.
Who said I went to the toilet?
You went to the toilet. Period.
We made sure of that. I command him.
You have to be doing that all night.
Allow it.
Hey, look,
DM.
I only have to rest for 4 hours, alright? There's nothing else to do while everyone's asleep.
That is true.
You can all judge me, but I don't care.
They are judging you. Don't worry.
Well, I don't care. What's for breakfast? Pie?
Pie,
Probably
fresh
on the menu.
fruit, fresh fish. They just basically bring you an assortment of different kinds of food.
Did they bring plates so we can have a separate plate?
Yes.
Great. I'm gonna fill up my plate, and then I'm going to pour myself a tankard, and I'm going to start going into the dining room where everyone else is.
All right. You find basically the same kind of food, but on the tables there. You didn't have to pile up your own plate.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just want to go join the others.
Yeah, that's fine. You go join the others. There are a lot of people around. There's like a lot of excited chattering, and people are like looking at you, and a few of them are like coming up and are like, can't believe you captured the high priestess. You're amazing.
It wasn't all me. There was 4 of us. But please, sit, talk, drink, eat. Where's Litrix? You know where Litrix is?
Litrix, they tell you that he's still asleep, and he has been refusing to get up for the past
lazy.
2 hours.
Bum, I'm gonna have to go see him after I finish eating.
And yeah, it's especially the kids are like super infatuated with you guys and will from now on follow you everywhere around unless you shoo them away.
I do want
Or
to...
unless you go to areas where they are not allowed in, as like the kitchen and the dungeons.
I do want to poke some of the people sitting around me a little bit and see if they have some answers for me. See if they've heard any rumors about the apparatus of Qualesh.
The apparatus of Qualesh. Alright, let's see. Let us see if anyone here has any ideas about that. Alright, yeah, actually. One of the older, more grizzled looking hunters, like he has loads of scars all over his body, but he still looks like he's, very much still ready to fight. He thinks about it for a bit as you sort of try and describe it to him. And he says, I do think I remember seeing something like it at some point. All the way in the marshes.
Where in the marshes?
Well, I mean, it's quite a while ago and we can't really go there anymore because of all the mushrooms.
Oh. Are you talking about the malice mushrooms? The mushrooms with the people in the ground and they bloody well come up and start trying to kill you?
What kind of mushrooms? No, I mean the spores that sort of attach themselves to you and then slowly start taking you over until you're just an empty husk controlled by mushroom. It's a big problem for our hunters.
And in which direction was this area?
It's the same direction as you found your malice mushrooms.
Okay. What, and you've never found a viable means as to being able to fight off these or fend off these mushrooms?
The best way we found is just not to go there. They don't seem to be spreading anymore, so we just avoid the area.
And is there any way I can identify these killer mushrooms so I know what I'm looking for when I go into that area? Because I'm certainly going.
I don't know which of the millions of mushrooms that grow there cause it. I just know that people that get too close come back, and soon after they come back, mushrooms start sprouting on their body and they slowly get taken over as it eats their brain.
Okay. Sounds like fun, actually. But a little more information, if you will. You said you might have seen the apparatus. What was it doing? It was just in the marshes and that was it? Or was someone with it?
I saw something that looks like what you described, half sunken in one of the ponds. I remember being a bit confused because it wasn't rusty, and usually, metal left out in the swamp would rust quite quickly. But it was just half sunken. I thought someone had just built a crab and left it there for fun. Listen, there are many strange things you encounter in the marshes, and usually it's healthier to not investigate.
I'm not bashing, alright? I'm not bashing. I'm glad you've given me this information. I'm guessing a hunter of yourself would not be wanting to trek into those marshes again, would you?
I've survived these places long enough to know where to not go. If you want to risk your life, be my guest, but I have more important things to do, like keeping my tribe alive.
At this point, I'm gonna just like get up. My plate is empty. Fill up my tankard and start heading towards the chef.
Alright, sure. What is everyone else doing this lovely morning? You have been served breakfast, and Janice instantly left the room.
Probably going to cause some more trouble.
Probably, yes.
And back to breakfast.
Alright.
Casual breakfast sounds good.
You just enjoy the fact that you got served breakfast and you didn't have to go anywhere, and you just, relax, chill.
Have to pay.
Oh, very much not so.
We kind of did pay with the whole, like, infiltrating an enemy fortress and getting information.
You did pay by risking your lives, yes.
That'll do it.
That's alright. I'd rather have the gold.
Sell the pies.
Alright. What are you doing? No one seems to be calling on you. You do, to the people sitting in the room, having breakfast, you do notice that the grown-ups regularly shoo kids away from the door who are, like, listening or trying to peek in. And they are trying to keep them off of you so you can have, food in peace.
Just wanna talk to the rest of the group. I wonder how Louis doing. Haven't heard from him in a while.
Aww.
Probably
You
dead.
realize that you're eating a lobster leg. Not really.
See?
I wonder where is he?
Oh no.
I wonder where he is.
Presumably chilling with the queen?
I hope so.
That is a safe bet. Alright, what's the plan, guys? No one has come for you yet, even though the queen did say you were all she was gonna call on you in the morning, but so far that hasn't happened yet.
I'm gonna go find Litrix.
Alright,
Wakey
You-
wakey.
go find Litrix. You sort of ask around a bit, and they just, point you to some of the sleeping quarters. And there is literally just one person still in there. Back to the door, like blanket over his head. Refusing to interact with anyone.
I'm gonna grab him and violently shake him and scream in his face. Wake up, Litrix, it's me! It's time for breakfast!
He like sort of looks at you and he's just leave me alone. And tries to turn back around. you
Can I
drag
attempt to remove
him.
him from his bed?
Yeah, you forcefully drag him out of bed. You're strong enough to do it. Like, he's not actively fighting you. And you sort of like take him and just put him upright, and he just looks at you. And he's like, seriously, you guys are the worst.
We're the best. Now get dressed.
He just grabs a random pair of pants, just puts it on, and just very grumpily walks out of the door. And as he like walks towards the dining area, you see like a bunch of other LizardFolk like just looking at him and grinning. There you go. Someone finally got him up. He does not look happy.
Then I'm gonna take him to the rest of the team.
He just sits down and just starts eating and does his best to ignore everyone around him.
Well, what do you guys decide we should do in my absence?
There is currently just Brothar and Boris in the room. Because Janice left to find more cash and the chef.
Oh, we were able to get Elmo healed. We'll go see him how he's doing shortly, I think. Otherwise, finally got to sleep. I like sleep, turns out.
Who would have thought?
I strongly agree. My old bones.
The two spellcasters are just like, oh, well, finally we got our spell slots back. Oh god.
Well, I'm also an old dwarf.
Maybe
My
we
bones?
should
You are
consider
an old
going to
wolf,
see Granny.
Granny.
Granny. What?
Who's Granny? Queen Granny?
No. The one with the dragon, fighting the dragon, the old hag.
The little witch, yeah.
Not that I said that, because I'm not there. But
We should
just
go
a
find
little
Janice. Maybe Janice has a plan.
Maybe.
Janice, what about you enter the kitchen and you see the chef he basically finished making breakfast for everyone and he's just in the process of cleaning up the kitchen with his
Great.
crew.
I'm going to stand next to him and start help cleaning him. And just kind of like inconspicuously start talking to him about the area with the mushrooms. I feel we've got a
Inconspicuously,
thing
you
going.
notice, you very much notice the others intently listening in. Like, they are not even trying to hide it, they are very much listening in. And he says, what about those mushrooms?
Well, I've been told that there may be something I'm looking for in that area, and I've also been told that some of the
Right.
mushrooms in that area are potentially deadly, attaching themselves to a host and sapping the life of the host and taking control.
Oh yeah, turning them into kind of mushroom zombies.
Yes.
Really creepy.
I mean, it sounds great, but is there anything you can give me in terms of knowledge, information about these mushrooms that might help me in, I don't know, either identifying them or killing them? I know you love your mushrooms, so...
They don't taste good. Neither does the host. They
Wait,
are
what?
absolutely deadly, and I would just not go there if I were you.
Yes, that's what everyone keeps telling me, but you don't understand. I need to go there.
Right, then he looks at you and he shakes his head and his eyes. All right, listen. I've sort of looked into the thing a bit because I was curious, and as you have pointed out, I do like my mushrooms. I do believe that the infection starts in the lung, so it would be reasonable to think that they are airborne spores that cause it.
All right.
Hypothetically, if you had a mask, if you wore a piece of cloth that is woven fine enough, maybe some silk, there's a good chance it would provide enough protection.
Okay.
And he tells you to wait a moment, and he just leaves and comes back like really fast. And he has this book with him that has like loads of handmade drawings of various kinds of plants and mushrooms in them, with like descriptions of what they do, what they are used for. And he flips to a page of the book that has pretty detailed images of fungal growth on LizardFolk.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you that these are from, the victims that had come back to the lair. And he basically shows you what those growths look like, and he says it is reasonable that they might look similar out in the wild.
Would you
So
mind if I
if you
borrow
see-
this?
The book, I
Yes.
very much